This is the OneUp Components Bash Guide. I just picked this up for my new bike. So we are gonna open it up, see what it looks like, do a little quick installation video at the end of it on the bike, and we'll see what it looks like up close. Alright, so let's open up this guy here. So pretty simple packaging. This is literally just what comes out of the box. So throw that aside. So here it is. This is the bash guard. It's got actually a lot thicker than I was expecting. Here's the thickness of the bash plate. Just for a comparison, here's the one that I'm taking off. This is the MRP one. So not quite as thick as the MRP one, but the MRP one does kind of taper a little bit. You can see it gets thicker and gets thin. This is almost one thickness here. So, and much lighter. So, I mean, this one is a carbon version. It's got the full length guide. And then the bash. Only reason I can't run this guy on my bike anymore, which I still would, is the swing arm of my new bike gets really close to this backside of the plate here. So whereas this one has cutout for it, there's nothing for the swing arm to interfere with. And on this guy, it literally gets to within like almost a millimeter. So I know there's frame flex you have to account for. So I just didn't want to risk it. So either keep that for a spare bike or sell that guy. So here's the new one. Really lightweight. The construction of it definitely looks stronger in person than it does in pictures. I was really worried about the guide itself being really thin and flimsy, and I mean, it's not the thickest. I mean, in comparison, here's what you're going with. But I'm definitely more relieved now that I see it in person. This has a complete open guide right there, whereas the MRP one, you actually threaded it through. So it definitely is going to be a more minimal, simplistic guide. So let's see what the guide comes with here. Okay, so it comes with 3 different sizes. So I believe this is to work with a 30 to a 32, or maybe through 32, 34. And then this one maxes out at 30, and then this one maxes out at 36. So you get 3 different sizes. This is all included with the kit. You get a spare green guide along with some type of retaining clip. This is the same piece right here. Yeah, looks like it's a little retaining clip. And then moving that aside, you get standard hardware. Some bolts. Looks like you get a spare top guide bolt. Looks like some shims if you need it. And then what I really like about this kit is you get these shims. So this guide allows you to shim the spacing of your top guide to match your chain line length, independent of having to shim out the actual guide itself. It was kind of annoying trying to do it on this one. Boost and non-boost. This came on a boost or non-boost bike, and on boost bikes it was kind of struggling, and it was annoying trying to get the spacers to line up and then get the bolts kind of from behind. So yeah. So overall, I'm very impressed. At least feeling it, handling it. It's a lot thicker and more solid than I was imagining it would. So definitely happy at first glance. So again, this is the OneUp Bash Guide. I believe it retails around $79. I got it on a 20% off deal, I think, with Jensen and one of their coupons. So I will show you how to fit this on a bike. It looks pretty easy, but I'll let you know how that process goes. Okay, so I just got done doing a test fit. So here is how I am opting to set this up. So the kit actually does come with, looks like about 2 to 3 millimeter shims for the actual bash plate itself, which I am going to need to use. Otherwise, I would have to almost use all of these little shim spacers, and I don't want to do that. So with the combination of the shims, bolts, I am using these little, looks like they're about 1 millimeter thick shims. So there they are right there. They have little indents on them on how they stack on top of each other. I'm going to go with the green guide, and there is a raised bump right there to indicate how you stack these. So I'm going to take the side that has the indent and place it right in the slot, and then you just take that, and actually before I do that, just a dab. I'm going to use a dab of Loctite. And then this just screws on, just like so. Take your Allen, screw it in. Make sure the shims, they have little tabs to make sure that you get them all flush in there. And just tighten that in a little bit. So we'll re-torque that officially with a torque wrench, but we just got that cinched. The guide has number indicators. I don't know if you can see, but you got 28 through 36. So whatever chainring size you have, you're going to want to adjust it so that your number is also visible. So I'm going to raise it up for now while we install it, and we will get this on the bike. All right, so on pretty much any new bike these days, you're going to have what's called ISC G05 tabs. And there's going to be 3 bolt holes, one down here, one towards the top, and I don't know if you can see that one in the bottom. So those correlate to slot right here, slot right here, slot right here. I am going to use the shims. I put a dab of Loctite into the holes already, and so now I just have to kind of finesse these bolt holes, or these bolts into the holes with the guide. So I'm going to do this the fastest way that I can. All right, so here's the mock fit. I got it all installed. I have everything about tight. I'm going to do some final checks on here, make sure this is shimmed correctly. I may actually end up adding one more shim back here for the top guide because it always is fairly close to rubbing on the backside, and I'm in my second to highest gear, so with that chain all the way over, it may rub, but I'll do that later. I kind of showed you how that all works, so I'll deal with that on my own time. all I need to do is torque it up and I'm good to go. But overall, I'm pretty happy. Very minimalist. You can hardly tell it's there. The bottom bash plate just barely clears the 32 tooth ring, which I like. I did hit the bash guard on my other one a lot, but it's because it, you know, stuck out about that much more. So pretty impressed. I have plenty of clearance back here for contact with the chainstay, so I don't have to worry about that. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. Can't wait to go ride it and see how it works. I'll provide a follow-up video once I get some time and see how it works, holds up, and things like that. So hope you guys like the video for the OneUp Bash Guide. If you want to pick one up, you know, Amazon, Jensen, Competitive, just Google it. Any one of those websites will have it. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them for you. So till next time, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you later.